to a new year, but I won't bore anyone with the details. But I think it's important to note that when a school bus driver comes at you driving 110 kilometers as we were slowing for a turn, that no matter what your car is made of, it might as well be a tin can. I've gone into kidney renal failure. They've given me 4 days to live, transferring me to a specialist hospital in urology. I'm ready to go. Just not until I see my babies one last time. But you know what they say about wishes. Shit in one hand, I wish in the other, and I guarantee it's still going to be shit at the end of the day. Our heart goes out once again to her entire family. Just so you know as well, as it relates to Epstein, Donald Trump said he was going to be releasing the Epstein files. He has not done that. He continues to cover it up. He brought over a bunch of right-wing influencers to the White House a month or two ago, and they got binders that said, here are the Epstein files. And they weren't the Epstein files. They were things that were previously released. And all of these right-wing influencers were like celebrating. They were like smiling and laughing with their binder. Ha ha, look, we got him. And they weren't even that. They were Epstein's phone call list. By the way, Trump's name was on it as well, because Trump was close friends with Epstein, and Epstein would find girls like Virginia Giuffre at Mar-A-Lago through Ghislaine Maxwell, and Donald Trump was friends with Ghislaine. So they were all a crew. They were all best friends. They hung out together. I mean, if you look at Epstein's flight log, Trump's name appears at least 7 times. Epstein was on Trump's plane. They were as close can be. I mean, here's a video detailing the relationship between Trump and Epstein, so you can see for yourself. Play this clip.
We're going to get great ratings in your show.
Trump is surrounded by women as music blares in the background. After a while, Trump goes to greet 3 new guests. Among them, the financier Jeffrey Epstein.
Come on in. Go inside.
More than a decade before his guilty plea on state prostitution charges. Later in the footage, Trump is seen talking to Epstein and another man as women are dancing in front of them. Trump alternates between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein and the other man and telling Epstein about the cameras. Though exactly what they say is difficult to understand as they discuss the women and their appearances, Trump gestures to one and appears to say to Epstein, "Look at her back there. She's hot." And then Trump says something else into Epstein's ear that makes him double over with laughter. But as the president says now, he never liked Epstein.
I was not a fan.
And during Ghislaine Maxwell's criminal trial for trafficking, which she was found guilty of, Donald Trump was asked in his first administration what he wanted to say, because he was, good friends with her. And Donald Trump's response was, "I wish her well. I wish Ghislaine Maxwell well." Here, play this clip.
Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and a lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people. And I know you've talked in the past about Prince Andrew, and you've criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well, whatever it is. I don't know the situation with Prince Andrew. Just don't know. Not aware of it.
Mr. President.
I know it's heartbreaking. Here, I'll just share with you is in my conversations with Michael Wolff, who was potentially going to do a biography on Epstein. He told me in my interview with him about how Epstein was as close to Donald Trump as could be. Here's what Wolff told me. Let's play it.
And he sat for many, many hours of discussion with me. I mean, certainly 80, 90, probably 100 hours I have of Epstein on tape. And one of the discussions, because this was occurring, Trump became the president in 2017. I began writing about Trump. And so we spent a lot of time talking about Donald Trump and Epstein's relationship with Trump, which went on for a good, certainly 15 years and was incredibly close. They were, each other's closest friend for a very long time. And Epstein, I think Epstein is one of those people who truly knew Donald Trump, knew many secrets about Donald Trump, and was threatening to Donald Trump.
And finally, this is from this week when Donald Trump was asked about, are you going to release the Epstein files? And of course, Trump covered it up this week, just 2 days ago, I think Donald Trump said. Let's play this clip.
Mr. President, you said, when can we expect the Epstein documents to be released? The rest of them?
Which documents?
The Epstein files?
I don't know. I'll speak to the Attorney General about that. I really don't know. I know that we've done the RFK, the Kennedy, Martin Luther King is out there very shortly, so we'll find out. But we've really announced we're doing them in full transparency. You know, when we did JFK, people were saying, "Oh, maybe it wasn't all; it was all."
Well, there you have it, folks. Tragic news to report to you this evening. She was someone who I think was an inspiration to survivors across the country. Of course, she stood up to Prince Andrew. She testified against Ghislaine Maxwell. She was a major, she was someone who really inspired others to come forward and stand up to these predators. Anyway, hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 million subscribers.
Love this video? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch and help us blow past 1 million followers.